So I'm sure you already know by now that I love all kinds of food. I decided to do a short 3-segment series on Middle Eastern dishes. Today, we're gonna do tabbouleh, so let's get saucy. Hey foodie friends! I just recorded all of this without my mic on, so I'm going to try to remember exactly how I did it and just cut that video with some new sound. So, first of all, I have some bulgur wheat that I just cooked according to the package directions. If you don't do gluten, you can use quinoa for this, or you can omit the grain altogether. Doesn't matter what you want to do. I like it with the grain in it, gives more texture, so I like to use the bulgur wheat. I like the quinoa as well, but it's up to you. So to that, I'm going to add some vegetables that I already prepped. So let me show you how I prepped those. I'm going to just cut the ends off this cucumber and slice it in half, and then we'll take the seeds out and chop it fine. So this is an English cucumber. It doesn't have like a lot of big seeds, but I still like to scrape them out just because there's a lot of excess water in there, and we don't want our tabbouleh to be too wet. So that's why we're going to do this, and we're also going to salt the cucumber and the tomato and let some of the water kind of seep out and drain that off before we mix it in with the rest of our ingredients for the tabbouleh. So quickly do this. So just gonna cut these, like I said, into a fine dice. I want to cut this into a few strips, and then that's pretty good. Like, I might even chop that up a little bit finer. No, I think that's good actually. I think I'll just leave it like that. And then I've got this beautiful tomato, and I'm going to kind of do the same thing with the tomato. So I'm going to cut it. If I can get this stem off, actually, just cut it here. So I'm going to, with the tomato, I'm going to get all the seeds out of here because I don't want all that extra liquid in my tabbouleh, again, just like with the cucumber. So kind of just take your finger in there and scoop out the seeds and get a lot of that liquid out. That way we can use all the meat of the tomato and not, but again, like not have all that excess liquid in there. Okay, so I'm just going to cut my tomatoes, and I'm going to aim for about the same size as my cucumbers and just put those all in the bowl together. Right, so my tomato and my cucumbers in here, like I said, I'm going to throw in some salt in here and mix them up and let that some of that liquid leach out of them, so that, again, just so that the tabbouleh is not too wet, because then I'll drain that off before I mix everything else in and add the dressing, which is what I did earlier and forgot to narrate while I was doing it. So I just finely chopped half of a small onion, and I mixed that here with some garlic, some minced garlic, and about 3 good tablespoons of lemon juice and about 1/3 of a cup or so of olive oil. And I'm just gonna let that sit. What's gonna happen is that lemon juice is gonna kind of pull some of the astringency and some of the really hard bite out of the onion and the garlic, so it's going to mellow it out a little bit, but this is going to be our dressing. And then, you know, when we mix everything together, we can figure out if we need to add more lemon juice or whatever. All right, so for the tabbouleh, I'm using 2 big bunches of flat leaf parsley. You could use curly parsley if you prefer, or if that's all you can find. It doesn't matter, whichever one, but I'm gonna throw these. You could chop this by hand. I'm gonna throw everything into my food processor just to make it go faster. So 2 big bunches of parsley, like I said, in here. And then I've got a small bit of mint here that I'm gonna throw in here too, just to give a little bit of a minty background to the tabbouleh, not overpowering anything else with mint. So pulse this up into a fine kind of mince, and yeah, that looks pretty good. So When the tomatoes and cucumbers have had time to sit, we will mix everything together, and we'll have a delicious salad to go along with anything pretty much. All right, so these are the tomatoes and cucumbers that I had salted and let sit, and now I drained them in a colander just to get a lot of that excess water off of there because we don't want our salad to be too watery. We want a nice dressing, but not a lot of extra liquid. So those go in with my bulgur wheat, and then goes in my parsley and mint that I pureed in the food processor, chop that up nice. And finally, my dressing with my finely minced onion and garlic in there. So that's some olive oil, lemon juice, and the onion and garlic. Like I said, that lemon juice is going to help to pull some of the bite out of that onion and garlic, so it's not overpowering for the whole dish. So we'll give that a nice mix. Look at how beautiful all those colors are, nice vibrant green herbs and tomatoes. Once that's good and mixed, we'll go ahead and give it a taste. Let's see if it needs any more lemon juice or anything, salt and pepper. So, all right, it's good. I think it needs a touch more lemon juice, and I just happen to have some citric acid. So I don't add too much liquid to this again. I'm gonna use a little bit of this citric acid to give it a little citric punch without too much excess liquid. So give that another taste. And yeah, that's absolutely delicious, guys. So let's get that right into a nice serving bowl. And here it is, guys, my tabbouleh salad. Absolutely delicious, vibrant, refreshing. Wonderful flavor of the lemon and the fruity olive oil.